Hi, this is Candy from CG Applique Patterns. Today's video is on reverse applique preparation. We're going to learn what it is and how to create it. Reverse applique is a very versatile technique, and it's really effective and it's very interesting. Here are some samples. On this flower pattern, I have a flower down here, and I've cut out the center. This is the reverse of the reverse applique. When you sew the outside of a pattern, that's applique. When you cut out the center and you're sewing it your edges are this way, it's reverse. And you cut out a top pattern and you show another fabric underneath. In this case, I've cut the hole out in the flower and it shows through the background. And then I just put a couple of little doodads inside just to give this flower just a unique look. Okay, on my jellyfish, I used it on the head of the jellyfish. This whole piece right here is one template with five actually holes cut out of it. The holes are then turned here, and you've turned your inside and outside and sewn it. Now underneath is a full piece of fabric. This is a whole piece of fabric on here. And you can see the difference that it makes with, rather than just having a totally blue head, it moves. It's just really, really interesting. And you can find some really interesting background fabrics to do this, to make your patterns very, very effective. Okay, on my jellyfish, I used it twice. I made a really skinny outer binding almost template. And again, I cut it from the inside and the outside. And I put some fabric under here. And it made a really neat fin. And I matched it with another fin up here. And this one has 3 holes cut out of it, all stitched and finished with the fabric underneath. These type of pieces I call caging, and you'll see them in a lot of my patterns. I really, really like to use them in all sorts of different shapes and sizes too. Okay, final one is the tortoise I made. These are 5 separate templates, all with different sized holes in them. Okay. And I used different fabric colors for each one because I wanted this tortoise shell to kind of move and show a little bit of roundness. Underneath is actually the same exact fabric, but it wasn't an ombre, but it had all the different colors in it with different dots and everything. And I was able to fussy cut each piece that went under each outer template. And it just gives an effect that you can't have with just single fabrics. You can see I don't use it over my background fabric very often. I like to have a lot of activity going on. Okay, now this video we're going to show work on the third applique of the beginner applique pattern. Now this pattern gets a little bit more difficult than the very first one. You've got small pieces, you've got layered pieces, where on this one you're going to put this one down first, and you are going to have to eyeball where these go from the pattern. You're going to have to actually look where to place them. There's no exact point with something like this. You put it down, if it looks good to you, stitch it down there, just, but you do have the pattern to follow as well as you can. And we have 3 reverse applique leaves. These leaves look much more interesting than if they were just solid green leaves. And I'm going to show you how you can do these. Okay, on your pattern pieces, you will see that reverse applique pattern pieces have an X template in the middle of it. This is 11. This is 11X. When you cut these out of your freezer paper, you will cut out the outer side, and you will cut out the inside, and this is where the X-Acto knife comes in. When I cut out the center pieces, I use an X-Acto knife to go around this whole piece so that you'll end up with a nice template as a secondary template here. You don't have to worry about getting scissors in here and messing up the side. X-Acto knife works really well, and I just use my cutting mat. I put it on my cutting mat and cut it out there, so this isn't going to hurt anything. Okay, and when you have your templates cut out, what you're going to do is pick a contrasting color for the outside template. In the flower, I have a dark, and then I have a contrasting, but this is a subtle contrast. Sometimes you may want to use a really bright contrast. Sometimes you'll want to use subtle. Sometimes you'll want to use a print in there that, you know, like I did with the turtle. It's just kind of the same color, but it's a print. So you can be really creative with this. So we're going to get a contrasting color for the insides, and you're going to, on the back side, iron the pattern piece on and leave a 1/4 of an inch around, because this is going to go underneath this template. This is going to go underneath, so you need a lot of room. If it sticks over the edge, you trim it off, but leave enough. So there's your inside template. For your outside template, you're going to cut around here, and you're going to clip the inside. The inside 1/8 of an inch, and you're going to leave your wide curves, just like we did in all the other the clipping and the cutting videos that I had before. I use the pie method in the corners here, or the ends of this. I have all my edges clipped using pie, using just little clips, whatever I needed. And then you will actually turn. Now this one is already, is this one clipped, or was I going to clip this for you? Okay. What I did want to show you with clipping was on these center pieces. Let me get this where you can see it. This is how I cut my pies. Okay, this is a little tiny bit of a curve, so I'm just going to clip it just a little bit here. Okay, I need a pie down here. Let's clip it around this edge. And a clip or two over here, because this is a curve, slight curve. This one is not real curvy, so I just put a complementary clip here just so it'd be easier to turn. Okay, and again, I have gone all the way around here and done my clips. And remember the circles when we did the video on circles? Let me get some more light here. Okay. Where you cut into a hexagon, you can make those same type of cuts around your curves on the outside. Just little hexagon cuts so that you're not turning so much fabric. As you do this more, you'll learn, and it'll come naturally, that you can see I've got too much fabric here. Let's clip it off. Okay, we're going to take our purple thing and our glue, and I'll start in the center. Okay, I'm right-handed, so again I'm going to start, but I'm going to start over here on this side. And you're going to bring your fabric out. We'll go around this edge. Got pie pieces coming through here. Okay, and I'm doing it this way because I am going in a circle here. And if you were left-handed, you'd be doing it the same way with your left hand, just kind of pushing on around. And there's your center. Okay, again, you can move this around just like you do the regular templates. We do the outside. Now you can have some funny looking overages down here for your going beneath other pieces. But I just left that 1/4 inch there on because it has dots. It had dots, so it gets a 1/4 inch. Okay, we'll just see my pies coming out here. Okay. Ugh, that is my wonderful puppy out there that will not hush. Okay. Okay, flicking all. And I've cut these edges short because these are small little curves. You don't want a whole lot of fabric going out there. Okay. Let me see. This is now, I said these are smaller pieces. They're a little more difficult because you're getting, by the time you get to the 3rd flower, you'll be more experienced. Okay. And here is our finished template. You see you have a finished inside and a finished outside. Then you will take template, this was 12, you'll take the inside template 12, take the center off, lay it on the back. Okay, you can glue it down. Just make sure that you have enough fabric off to the side here so that you don't sew it and then get a frizz. So I would put, the way I would do it is, okay, here and here. I will also, I'm not doing it right now, but anything you can clip away as far as fabric here. A lot of times you don't have enough room to do it. This one happens to have a bigger piece. Go ahead and just clip that away, leaving a little 1/8 of an inch leeway here. If you don't, it's not a big deal, but some of the larger portions of freezer paper you do want to get rid of. But I just put some glue around here, just enough to place it on there. Okay, now I have a little bit showing over here, so you just take your scissors and clip that down. Okay, and what I would do with your fray block, I would go around and again on some of these little curvy small curves there that had the pies, just give it a little assist with your fray block so that it won't come apart. Okay, and then all you do is treat this like a regular template. You would put it on your pattern, and these little points or funny things are going to be hidden by the circle on top. So that's our lesson on reverse applique, and we've covered all the techniques in the 3 patterns that we've done. When you get done with these, you may want to try some of the more advanced ones. They can be tricky too, but they are possible to do. So just have fun with this, and I will see you with some more videos and some more patterns. I'm going to be releasing a whole bunch of patterns in the next few weeks. So thank you very much. Bye-bye.